How's it going, guys? Welcome to this new Wolves rebuild. Our job here is taking over from the struggling Rob Edwards and try to take Wolves all the way to the top, but first hopefully trying to save them from relegation this season. This is how we're setting up for this first season. Going 2 up top, the back 4, because personally I don't think the back 5 works properly. The positions I've highlighted to upgrade is the left wing and possibly a striker, maybe even a centre back in this January to try and push us over that relegation battle and keep us safe going into the next season. The first player we are going to be bringing in is a young left winger from Ajax. He's at a decent overall, good potential, and I think he will slot in absolutely perfectly, and that is Mika Goetz. The first departure, making his way out of the club, is Mosquera. He's not high rated whatsoever and will not be helping the team. Got a good price from him as well in 6.1 million. We've just got better options at the back. Next one out of the club is Jose Sarr. He was the backup, 32, so he's not going to go up in any ratings. And again, we've got the best possible deal, apparently, so that's good. The next signing we are bringing in is a quality centre back from Villarreal, Argentinian, Foyth. He will absolutely improve our defence going into the last 6 months of this season. For 22.5 mil, that is a quality signing. The third signing of this, the third signing of the January transfer window is none other than David De Gea. He will absolutely slot in to that goalkeeper spot and be our highest rated player for the next season, maybe even 2. And for 7.5 mil, I could not say no to that. The final signing of this January transfer window is the young striker from Leipzig, Konrad Harder. He comes in 76 rated, £22.5 million. So unfortunately we finish 8 points from safety, rock bottom. However, there are some positives going into the next season. Let's hope we can get promoted straight away. The first signing of this second season is none other than Josh King from Fulham. 19-year-old joins us for £20 million, and he will be going straight into the starting 11. The second season is a right back, 28-year-old Baku, another player who will be going straight into the starting 11, and there's a certain upgrade that was needed. Totti is on his way out for 8.2 million, a backup defender who was not going to get game time. This is the reason we signed Baku, as Jackson is leaving on his way back to the Premier League. The squad is running a little bit thin, so I am going to be making maybe 1 or 2 signings. This is the first one, defensive midfielder from Rangers, Mohamed Diomande for £15 million. Deadline day, he is a very good backup. This is the team going into the second half of the season. The only signing we will make is Diomande. Let's see where we end up at the end. With a very good second half of the season, we still finish second with the most goals scored in 104, finishing on 106 points. still 3 points behind West Ham, who had the best defence in the league. Top goal scorers: Larsson 34, Arias 27 and Goetz 23. Some superb performances this season to get us in the Premier League. Fer Gomez is the first person to leave in the new season. He was not happy with the amount of game time he was getting, so we've let him go. Tommy Doyle is the second. Same situation with him. Josh King is just the better player, and Doyle not getting any game time because of it. First signing in this third season will be James Trafford, with De Gea turning 37 this season. Trafford comes in as the long-term replacement after being linked with Wolves in real life. The next to leave is Santiago Bueno, moving to Leeds, as we are in for a new centre-back this summer. And just like that, our new centre-back signing walks through the doors, and it is Calvin Bassey. 81 rated, 27 years old, absolutely perfect fit. The next player we bring in is Chris Rigg. He had just made the transfer to Germany, however he's been on my shortlist for a while, so I thought let's just bring him back to England straight away. He'll come in as backup for Josh King at that attacking midfield role. Another signing, Maatsen, coming over from Aston Villa. It's a big transfer fee. Luckily enough, we were given a big transfer budget for this new season. He comes in at, I believe, £48 million, 83 rated. He now becomes our starting left back. The last signing of this summer transfer window is a backup right winger who will then become a starting winger, Ali Cho. Comes in at 79 rated, so he is actually higher rated than Arias. So either or starting, we've got two very good players. January is here, and as you can see, we are 11th in the table. We're not doing too bad. Let's go have a look at the stats. As you can see, our forwards are all doing their jobs correctly. However, there is a bit of an odd area with Josh King only having 1 goal in 15 appearances. So that might be something we need to look at next season. However, this season, I'm not going to make any signings in January, and we're going to go straight to the end to see where we finish. We are now at the end of the season, and we have finished 12th. Mid-table, it's very good, seeing as though we were in the Championship last season. Watford, Brentford and Everton going down. I think 67 goals against is not good going into the next season. So the defence is the key target to upgrade, looking at a new centre-back and possibly a new right-back. These are the stats for the end of the season. Bassey and Gomez making the most appearances. Larsson, again, 19 goals, top goal scorer. We've got and Cho doing well also. We've got, again, 9 assists, our top assister. As I said, going in for a new centre-back and a new right-back, possibly even an attacking midfielder or right winger. Let's start the next season and see what we can do. After wanting a new centre-back in this summer transfer window, our first signing is Scalvini from Atalanta. He comes in for 55 million after being given just under £100 million to spend in the transfer budget. 82 rated, goes in straight over Foyth, who then becomes the backup. Quality signing this is. First player out is David Wolf. He was third choice left back and he just was not going to get used. Second player out is Baku to Bournemouth, 29 million. And I have only just realised it's in dollars and not pounds. But we'll carry on going, obviously. 29 million. That puts a lot of money into our budget for a world-class right-back. The next player out of the club, Arias to Everton, 20 million. Again, he was aging, turning 31. 20 million is a very good deal for him. Let's reinvest that back into the squad. Another departure, Agbadu, fourth choice centre back. We just don't need him. 11 million back into the squad. There we go. We have our new right back, Arnau Martinez, coming in 49.5 million from Napoli. 83 rated. He becomes our third choice right back. The next signing we are making is none other than Oscar Bob from Manchester City. He comes in for 40 million. He's a small upgrade on Cho on that right hand side, so those two can fight it out on who is the starter. This is how the team is going to be looking going into this next season, with a strong bench, not many players on the reserves, but that is absolutely fine. Let's see where we are come January. It is now January, and as you can see, we are 8th in the league, only 3 points. Scratch that, 4 points away from Champions League spots, and just goal difference away from the European spots. We got a very good offer of 70 million for Josh King, and I could not refuse that. Apparently we could have got another 10 million more, but I'm not too sure. Let's go get a new attacking midfielder. To help fund an attacking midfielder and a new striker, we're selling Conrad Harder, who hasn't had many minutes since signing for the club. 38.5 million is quite a decent amount for him. Let's go reinvest that into the squad. An absolute world-class player coming in, 21 years of age, Ethan Nwaneri, 71.2 million, 85 rated, and he is coming in, changing his position. He will be our new attacking midfielder. The last signing of this January transfer window is Raspadori from Atletico Madrid, 21.5 million, coming in as our backup striker, 82 rated. Very good business. With this being the squad for the remainder of the season, let's see how we finish at the end. With a strong end to the season, we have finished in a Champions League spot, which means European football next season. Ipswich, Southampton and Burnley all going down. Man United and Chelsea 9th and 10th, which is below average for them. City win the league, but the most important thing, we have European football. Let's have a look at the stats for this season. Most appearances is a 4-way tie between Trafford, Maatsen Andre and Goats. Top scorer again, Larson, 24, 86 rated, 17 and 10 for Cho. Assists, 8 for Gots again, Cho with 6, Nyanlieri, 2 goals, 3 assists. Thought he would have a little bit better of a season than that, but let's get straight into the 5th season. The first player out is Gomez, looking for upgrades in our backup positions, and he is just a bit too low rated to be the quality we need. The next player out the club is Hugo Bueno, 17 million on his way to Monza. We have an academy player coming through who's going to take his place on the bench. Diamonde going out on loan. He wanted to get more game time. We will be bringing in a new backup for the bench. Our first signing of this 5th season is none other than Hincapié, formerly of Arsenal. We've just bought him from Bournemouth. Somehow he ended up there, but he is now a Wolves player and our best centre back. Foyth going the other way, massive transfer fee, but he is exactly what we need. 89 rated centre back. Let's hope we win a trophy this year. Another player leaving the club to join Man City, Ali Cho, leaving for a hell of a lot of money. Let's go reinvest that into a world-class right winger. Next player we are bringing in is Mikey Moore from Tottenham, £58 million. He will be a very good backup coming into this new season. Probably the last signing we are going to be making, because money is running low at the moment until January, is a backup goalkeeper. Niflor coming in for 17.5 million, 77 rated, not too bad for a backup. That is the end of the transfer window in season 5. This is what the squad is looking like. Let's see where we are in January and possibly make some more signings if we can raise the funds. We are now at the January transfer window, and as you can see, we are sitting third, 10 points behind Chelsea in first place. The first player we are bringing in this January is a backup defensive midfielder, Tyler Morton, ex-Liverpool graduate. He comes in at a reasonable price of 45 million. He'll slot very nicely onto the bench. The second signing, and it is a small upgrade on Oscar Bub on that right hand side, is Bakayoko. We bring him in from Leipzig for 78.5 million, 85 rated. He will go in nicely. Coming to the end of January, we have finished first in the Champions League phase. Let's see by the end of the season where we can finish. We are now at the end of the season. We have again finished 4th, so we've still got Champions League football. 16. As you can see, we are at the end of the season. We have finished 4th once again. Champions League football guaranteed next season. However, we are 17 points away from first. We were knocked out of the Carabao Cup in the semi-finals, and the same goes for the Champions League, knocked out in the semis. Let's go have a look at the player stats for this season. Trafford, Hincapié and Gomez all making the most appearances. Larson with 29 goals. Trafford, Hincapié and Gomez all making 61 appearances. Larson with 29 goals. Goats with 27 and 12 assists. 13 for Wanyeri. Going into the new season, we are going to upgrade the right back and possibly get a better central midfielder to replace either Gomez or Andre. Let's get right to it. First player to leave the club in this summer transfer window is Lima for 9.8 million. He isn't getting used, and when we sign a new right back, Martinez will go straight to the bench. Our first signing is 87 rated Reed for 135.5 million. He will go straight into the starting 11 and hopefully push us to a title this season. Next one to leave the club is Calvin Bassey. He's getting on a bit, turning 31 this season, getting just under 30 million for him. Let's reinvest that into the squad. Really excited for this new defensive midfielder, Adam Walton, coming in from Crystal Palace, doing a swap deal of Andre plus 62.5 million, coming in at 87 rated. Let's see how the team sets up. This is how the team is setting up for the 6th season. Let's see how we are doing in January, and let's hope we are right up there in first place. January has come and we are not doing well whatsoever. We are massively out of the title race. Let's see if a change of tactics and maybe one or two new players can change the outcome. On his way out of the club, Oscar Bob leaving back to Man City for 60 million. He wanted out. Let's reinvest. Another player on his way out, Chris Rigg. He hasn't grown much at all since we signed him. 30 million. Let's put that into the man we need in our new midfield. There it is, guys. Our new central midfielder, Lewis Miley from Newcastle, on a cut price deal of 85.4 million. 86 rated for the 24-year-old. He comes in and he'll slot in nicely. This is how we are setting up for the remainder of the season. Let's see if we can push for those Champions League places. Coming to the end of the season, we have finished very poorly. 65 points to Chelsea's 83. Hopefully we can get Conference League football next season, because we crashed out of Europe, crashed out of all the cups. Let's just get straight in to the next season, and hopefully we can do much better, because that is very poor. First player out the club this season is Raspadori, as we look to bring in a high-end player to push us to that Premier League win. Second player out the club is Martinez. He was only the backup and he did want out. Arsenal come in with a £40 million offer. I could not refuse that. First signing we are making is Ryan Cherky, making his way over from Newcastle. 135 million, 88 rated. He will be going straight into that right wing position. Just the one signing in the summer in Turkey. When it comes to January, we'll make 1 or 2 more sales, which will then bring in the backup striker we needed. Let's go see where we are come January. First signing in this January window is a young striker, Ed Webb from Al Ittihad, 17.2 million. He will come in as a backup striker to Larson. This is how the table looks at the end of the January transfer window. We only brought in the one player as funds are running low. We are second, 2 points behind Tottenham. Let's finish off this season strong and go for that Premier League title. As you can see, the team on the screen there is slightly different to what it was in the previous clip. Since then, we have gone to the next season, the 8th season, played it all, finished the season. I'll show you what happened in a minute, but all the footage from the last season, from the last clip all the way up until now, has corrupt, so I don't have any gameplay whatsoever. However, in the last season we did end up winning the league, with Turkey being very poor, so that's why we sold him and then brought in Doué, who was playing at Leverkusen at the time. We upgraded all of our bench with the backup striker, backup midfielders, left back. The centre back is here, right there. He was our backup goalkeeper. So in the 8th season we did come third, 9 points away from Arsenal, which is a massive shame because no one likes seeing Arsenal win. Going to the FA Cup, we did beat Brighton 3-0, so we did lift that trophy. We lost in the Community Shield to Everton, a game we should have won. Going to the Carabao Cup, we were knocked out all the way at the beginning to Brighton, 3-1 on penalties, round 3, an embarrassing knockout. However, going to the Champions League, we did beat Barcelona in the final 2-1 after going 1-0 down from Yamal from the penalty spot, but we clawed back 2-1 from Nwaneri, and the second a winner from Miley, smashing it past the goalkeeper from close range. The stats for this season: Trafford with Nwaneri all making 64 appearances, Larson 33 goals, got 21 goals before he got injured for the last 2 or 3 months. Nwaneri 14-14, Miley 13-7, Doué 13-9. Nwaneri, our highest assister. Everyone doing a superb job in this last season. Like I said, the last season and a half has been corrupted, but we did win the Premier League in the 7th season, on the Champions League and the FA Cup in the 8th and final season, after getting relegated in the very first season. So overall, very good fight back to finally win the big Champions League trophy. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the